Society didn't conquer people with force. Instead, they used blindfolds to conquer the mind of the people. It didn't take much, just an illusion, repeated enough times until you believed it was your reality. They fed you their version of the truth so constantly that even if the real truth stood right in front of you, you'll question it. Not because it isn't real, but because you've been conditioned to believe in a lie rather than the truth. They made you question who you are. They made you doubt your dreams. They reshaped your way of thinking until you became easier to control, guided, not by purpose, but by an illusion. And the most dangerous part is, you didn't realize the presence of the blindfold. But illusions only survive in the absence of awareness. And now the real question is, are you going to keep living a life that was handed to you? Or are you going to finally to see through the illusion and take back your mind? So I must ask you, how much longer are you going to keep living in this endless loop replaying the same illusion? For you already know what's going to happen next. An illusion of limits, an illusion of who you think you are. How much longer are you going to keep holding on to a version of yourself that was never real to begin with? Because the truth of the matter is, those limits you carry, they don't belong to you. They were handed to you, built by past experiences, shaped by childhood trauma, reinforced by voices that spoke over you before you even found your own. And over time, that illusion became stronger. And you were taught how to see the world, told what it is, told that what it isn't, maybe even told that this life is hell on earth. And without questioning it, you just accepted it. You started seeing yourself through that same illusion, through other people's opinions, through their doubts, through their labels. You shrunk, not because you were small, because the illusion convinced you that you were. But here's what most people never realize. An illusion only has power when you believe it's real. And right now, most people are living their entire lives inside something that was never true to begin with. So what happens when you finally see through it? What happens when the illusion starts to break? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And in a moment, I'm going to show you the exact point where the illusion was created and why breaking it changes everything. An illusion is just a lie that looks real, a distorted perception, a false interpretation of what's right and what's wrong. It's when your mind takes what you see, what you hear, and what you feel, and twists it into something that actually isn't true. Sometimes it's lightning, sometimes it's the angle, and sometimes it's just a condition. Because not everything that you see is reality, and not everything that you believe is true. So let me ask you something. Are you really seeing yourself through your own lens? Or are you seeing yourself through the lens of what was handed to you? Are those truly your thoughts about who you are? Or are they thoughts that were planted in you by people, by experiences, by society? When you look in the mirror, is that your reflection you're seeing? Or is it a version of you that was shaped by doubt, by labels, and by expectation that was never yours to carry? And the real question is this: are you living in reality? Or are you living inside a perfectly crafted illusion that you was taught to believe in? So I ask you again, how much longer are you going to keep living in this false reality? How much longer are you going to move through life as a version of yourself that was never truly you? You're living at a time now where even artificial intelligence can create something so real you can't even tell the difference. So ask yourself, if something fake can look that real, how do you know the version of yourself you've been living isn't the same? Because for so long, you've been walking around with a veil over your eyes, seeing but not clearly, living but not truthfully. The life you've been accepting, that identity you've been carrying. What if it was never real to begin with? And yet, you keep feeling it day after day, year after year, giving it time, energy, pieces of your life that you will never get back. All by telling yourself, this is normal. This is just who I am. This is all there is. But what if it's not? What if this isn't normal, but you just accepted it? It's nothing more than an illusion that's been repeated so many times that you just stopped questioning it. An illusion that convinced you this is all you've ever been. That there's nothing beyond this version of you. So ask yourself again, how much longer are you going to keep living a life that was never truly yours to begin with? And if you didn't have those limits that are blocking you, how would you view you? If no one ever told you that you was unattractive, that you're lazy, that you would never amount to anything, how would you view you? Would you be able to feel like you can take on the whole world? Would you be able to feel as if you're the most attractive person that there ever will be? And would you be able to believe that that dream that you hold in your heart, that is possible? Let me ask you something. How do you even know that those thoughts that are in your head are actually yours? Not what you feel, not what you believe, but where did they come from? Did you choose them, or did you inherit them? And never question it, because most people don't think, they just repeat. A thought shows up and you just accept. An emotion hits and you just claim. No pause, no question, no control. So let's be real here. If you never question your thoughts, never challenge your belief, never separated what's yours from what was given to you, then everything that you call me could just be programmed. Your fears are programmed, your limits are programmed. The way you see yourself is just another program. And you've been living it like it's real. So answer this. If everything about you was shaped without your awareness, then who are you really? And more importantly, if you never questioned your reality before, what makes you so sure that it is real now? For the man that sees himself through the lens of society would never truly see his own reflection, nor would he ever reach his full potential. The man that only thinks what he is programmed to think would never think for himself. And the man who is out of tune with himself would never know what he truly desires. But the man who casts away the illusion, the man who learns which thoughts are truly his, the man who becomes aware of what he actually desires, he gains the power to shape the world around him into the image that he chooses. So ask yourself, are you okay living in that illusion? Never knowing what's truly real, never knowing who you are. Or is something within you ready to wake from your slumber? Ready to break free from the illusion? For freedom is calling, but are you going to answer it? For it's time to take the blindfolds off from your eyes and see the world for what it truly is, and finally see yourself for who you truly are. So remember, you're off now. If anybody tell you otherwise.